It begins like so many others. A woman leaves her office just after dark. She never makes it home. Her phone stops pinging near a bridge. There are no calls, no screams, no witnesses, just silence. Hundreds of miles away, a cybersecurity analyst is found dead inside a locked apartment. His devices wiped clean, his data erased, nothing left behind except a single fingerprint. And it doesn't match anyone in the system. And then there are the names we all remember. The Zodiac Killer, John Benet Ramsey, the Long Island serial murders, cases that dominated headlines, gripped the nation, and somehow remain unsolved. Despite years of investigation, public outcry, and even national task forces, justice was never served. Evidence ran thin. Technology reached its limits. The trail went cold. And yet, what if those cases weren't cold at all? What if the answers were there the whole time, just waiting for the right tools to find them? Here we examine real cases that once left law enforcement baffled, communities shaken, and families broken. But these aren't just cautionary tales from the past. They're stories of breakthroughs, when science, data, and innovation uncovered what years of police work couldn't. Because we're living in a time when technology doesn't just help solve crimes. It can rewrite everything we thought we knew. From small-town cold cases to high-profile cyber crimes. This show asks, what happens when the machine doesn't miss? Why do these stories matter? Because behind every case file is a family waiting for answers, a community desperate for closure, and sometimes a predator who's never been caught. That's why we return to these stories, not to reopen old wounds, but to finally close them. Each week, we dive deep into a real investigation, one where traditional methods failed, but technology did not. We'll explore the tools that are redefining criminal justice, forensic genealogy, where a strand of DNA from a decades-old crime scene can now identify a suspect through a distant cousin's ancestry test. Digital forensics, where deleted messages, metadata, and encrypted files can expose a killer's trail. Surveillance technology, where blurred security footage is enhanced using AI, and a suspect's every movement can be reconstructed across an entire city. And machine learning algorithms that can process thousands of case files, finding patterns, connections, and suspects no human eye could ever detect. These advancements are no longer theoretical. They're in active use by law enforcement agencies across the United States, FBI, state bureaus, local departments, and they're solving crimes today. Because in this new era, evidence isn't just in the physical world, it's in the cloud, on your phone, in your smartwatch, on your camera doorbell. And most importantly, it leaves a trace. In every episode, we walk you through the turning point. Like the killer who evaded capture for 30 years, until his second cousin uploaded a DNA test to an ancestry website, or the stalker who used burner phones and VPNs, only to be tracked through Google location history and a smart speaker's audio log. Or the teenager wrongfully imprisoned, freed when facial recognition tech proved he was never at the scene of the crime. These aren't sci-fi thrillers or dramatizations. They're real cases, real people, and real technology that shattered the narrative and exposed the truth. And sometimes, the most unsettling realization is this: the suspect was always known. But until the right tool arrived, no one could prove it. When technology enters the case, the outcome often changes, and fast. Cold cases find closure. Innocent lives are cleared. Perpetrators are brought to justice, often decades after they thought they'd gotten away with it. But these aren't just stories of resolution, they're stories of transformation, of how modern justice is no longer limited by memory, eyewitnesses, or chance. It's driven by precision, patterns, data, science. And that raises the most important question of all. What's next? Right now, somewhere in the US, a 20-year-old case is being re-examined with new tools. A technician is uploading evidence to a national database. An AI is cross-referencing patterns in violent crimes across multiple states. The breakthrough is coming quietly, relentlessly, because in today's world, the truth is a signal, and technology is always listening. Final hook. The past isn't safe anymore. So which case will fall next? Which killer's secret is about to unravel? And which family is finally about to hear the words they thought would never come? We found them. This is Crimes Solved by Technology, where the machines don't forget, where the truth leaves a trail, and where justice has never been closer.